So I'm Bebop. I'm a teacher for Starbase. We are a STEM program. I don't know where you guys are from or if you've been to Starbase before, but it's a free program that we offer to the schools, and there are 4 locations. I teach at the Indianapolis location. And we do lots of fun things like robots and programming and engineering design and all kinds of science and technology. That's a lot of fun. All right, so I probably need to go ahead. I'm gonna start this video. So you have your worksheet, you can follow along. The first part of the video, I'm just explaining a little bit about what genetics is. So I'll let you know in the video when you need to start working on that worksheet. Okay, so now you share my screen.
See if you have sound. And we have sound. Awesome.
Hey everyone, Bebop here. I am a STEM teacher for Starbase Indiana, Indianapolis. And today I'm going to teach you guys just a little bit about an area of science called genetics. You've probably noticed that there are things about you that you got from your parents. Genetics is a branch of biology that studies how and why you got these things from your parents. And by got, I mean you inherited them. Genetics is a branch of biology that looks at how things like hair color and eye color get passed from parents to their offspring. So these physical characteristics that are inherited from parents to their offspring, the ones that you can see, are called phenotypes. What determines whether or not you get, like, I don't know, blonde hair from your mom, or maybe your dad has brown hair and you get brown hair? Like, what determines that? Or maybe you didn't get blonde hair or brown hair. You got a completely different color hair. How did that happen? It all starts with something called deoxyribose nucleic acid, more commonly known as DNA. And this genetic code is made up of sequences called genes. Different genes encode for different physical traits and other traits too. But these physical traits are what we are going to talk about today, these phenotypes. Your DNA is organized inside of you, inside of your cells, in 23 pairs of chromosomes. And they look like this. Now, the genes for specific things are located on specific chromosomes. Your chromosomes are made up of these 2 arms, which are called chromatids, and they're identical to one another. They have the same kinds of genes that code for the same sorts of things. Let's pretend that these are 2 chromosomes, okay? Each one is made up of 2 chromatids, okay, and they connect like this, right? And then these beads at the bottom code for what we've been talking about. We'll just say hair color. So the blue one codes for blonde hair, and then the silver one codes for brown hair. Now they both are genes that code for hair color. Then maybe over here, here's your other parent. Okay, one parent, that's the other parent, who also has the 2 genes for hair color. During a whole bunch of processes where your DNA is replicated and mixed together and mitosis, meiosis, blah, 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 all that stuff. Eventually, you're going to end up with 1 chromatid from each parent that's going to make up this chromosome in your body. You got the blonde hair from the pink parent and the blonde hair from the green parent, which means you would have blonde hair. The activity that we're going to do today, baby dragon Punnett squares, this worksheet, and you should have these materials, colored pencils, specific colored beads, and a cup to hold the beads in. You might also want a plate so the beads don't fall off the table when you're using them. Because what we're going to do is we're going to pretend we are genetic counselors. We are going to pretend that we have dragon parents, and they want to know whether or not, based on their genotypes, what specific traits their baby dragon might get. Now, we can't tell them always for sure based on their genotype, but we can tell them the percent chance that their baby dragon will or will not have these things that the parents want to know about. All right, so this is what a Punnett Square looks like. At the top of the Punnett Square here, this is going to be the first parent's genotype. So the first parent's genotype is BG. So the B is for blue scales and the G is for green scales. Now it just so happens that parent 2's genotype, which is here, is the same. So they both have the same genotype. When these two parents have a baby, we have all these different possibilities. Because remember, talked about the chromosomes, and the parents both have their own, and then right, and they're going to change, and then it could be like this, or it could be like this. There's different possibilities. This is going to show you those possibilities, those possible crosses. The first square here, you're going to get from parent 1, the first possible cross, okay, is from parent 1. So you would get a B from parent 1 and a B from parent 2. And so the possibility here is for it to have both blues from both parents. The second possible outcome, crossing the parents, is that you're going to get a B, the blue, from parent 1, and a green from parent 2. So then it would be a green and a blue. So this is your possible for this one. So far, we have 2 possibilities for the genotypes that the baby dragon could have. I want to see if you can figure out the other 2 on your own. Okay, did you get it? Let's see if you were correct. This parent is going to give a green, and this parent is going to give a blue. So B and G. And then for this next one here, or the last one, you're going to get a green from both parents. So now we know the 4 possible genotypes our baby dragon could have. But how are we going to figure out what color our baby dragon is going to be? Is it going to be blue or is it going to be green? Well, we know for sure in this first one here, BB, that there's no possibility that it could be green because all we have are blue genes. But what about here, BG? Here we have both a blue and a green. So which one is our baby dragon going to be? Blue or green? This is where something comes in genetics called dominant genes. The dominant gene is going to trump the other gene, which is called the recessive gene. So if there is a dominant gene, then the recessive gene's never going to show up. So here, our dominant gene, which we are going to represent with capital letters, blue in this scenario is our dominant gene. So if blue is in any one of these squares, our baby dragon's going to be blue. So even though there's a green, doesn't matter because the dominant trumps the recessive. However, over here, we have 2 green, no blue. So this is the only one that, or the only possibility of getting a green baby dragon. So now the worksheet asks you in question 1 to color in each possible baby dragon with the color that that genotype would represent if the baby dragon got it. Okay, so you do. Then the worksheet asks you, what is the chance that the baby dragon will have green scales? Here, 3 of my boxes are blue and only 1 is green. So what would the fraction be for a percent chance that the baby dragon would be green? 1/4. Very good. The next question, what color scales did the parent dragons have? So both the parents had the same genotype, BG and BG. So what color were the parents? Yeah, they're blue because they had this dominant blue gene. So the green was masked by the blue. So now we're going to pretend that an actual baby dragon was born from this parent cross. Remember, there's only a 1 in 4 chance that the baby dragon could be green. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 3 blue beads. These represent the phenotype. So these are blue scale dragons. And then the green would be the green scales. And put them in a cup. You're going to shake it up. And then, no peeking. Don't look. You're going to reach in there and pull out what color the imaginary baby dragon is going to be. And look, my baby dragon is blue. What was your baby dragon? And that's question number 4 on your worksheet. For question number 5 on your worksheet, it says, what percent chance was it that the baby dragon would get whatever scale color you pulled out? So what percent chance is it that it would get that bead color? Not my bead color, unless you got my bead color. Then question number 6 is asking, what are the possible genotypes your baby dragon could have had based on the color bead that you pulled out? So remember, there are a couple different genotypes that your dragon could have had if it was blue, but only 1 if it was green. So go ahead now and fill those in. All right, once you've finished finding out what color your baby dragon is going to be, about midway down on the second page, we're going to start the second trait identification. So now we want to know what color our baby dragon's wings are going to be. The Punnett Square on that page shows you that parent 1 is R for red wing and W for white wing. This is a genotype, but this time parent 2 has a different genotype than parent 1. So parent 2 is little w, so white wing is going to be our recessive gene, and red is going to be the dominant. So what I want you to do is, I didn't give you a hint this time on the worksheet, I want you to fill in these 4 boxes and see what you get. So go ahead and do that, and I'm just gonna wait while you do that. Are you done? All right, then let's move on. So here are the answers that you should have gotten. So in the first block here, it would have been R, W, over here, W, W, R, W, and W, W. Now with your colored pencils, I want you to color in what actually will show up. So based on the genotype here, what color wings would that baby dragon have? And I can't really color it in white, so I'm just going to color the ones that are red in. Okay, ready? So now we're going to answer question 2 on the worksheet. It says, what is the percent chance that the baby dragon will have white wings? So if you look over here, it's very easy to tell with the color. Half of it red. So answer that question. And now, can you figure out what color wings the parents had to start off with? Right, you're right. So parent 1 had red wings and parent 2 would have had white wings. Okay, so get your cup out and your beads again because we are going to pretend that an actual baby dragon is born. So in this case, this time, we're going to put 2 red beads in the cup and 2 white beads in the cup, okay? And then gonna and without looking, pick out what color wings your baby dragon has. My baby dragon has red wings. What color wings does your baby dragon have? Okay, now answer question 4 based on what your baby dragon's wing color was. And this is down at the bottom of page 2. Question number 5, what % chance was it that the baby dragon would get this color wings? Now this is going to be the same % chance regardless of what color you pulled out, right? So answer that question. And then question number 6, what genotype does your baby dragon have based on the color bead that you pulled out? So just like we did before, you're going to figure out what different genotypes your baby dragon could have had if it got whatever color it got. So we're going to do one more cross for a trait. This time, well, first of all, it's on page 3, so make sure on page 3. This time, we are going to try and figure out whether or not the baby dragon is going to have a horn. On your Punnett Square, you'll see that parent 1 has capital G, which is for having a horn, and it's a capital G, so this is my what trait? My dominant trait. That is correct. So parent 1 has 2 dominant traits for having a horn, but parent 2 has an S and an S, a little s, a little s. So this is my what kind of trait? Recessive. Okay, this is my recessive trait. So parent 2 has a recessive trait. So go ahead now and fill in your 4 blocks and see what you get. Look at that! This cross between these 2 parents led to all baby dragons having the same genotype. So now let's color in the squares with whether or not it would have a horn. And if it would have a horn, we're going to use a green marker. Question number 1 says, each of the genotypes in the 4 box represent a possible genotype for one baby dragon. What is the % chance that the baby dragon is going to have a horn? Well, that was easy. 100% chance. Question number 2. Did parent 1 have a horn? Yeah, parent 1 had a horn. Did parent 2 have a horn? No, parent 2 did not have a horn. So fill those in. Question number 4 is, what color beads would you put in the cup this time? You're right, all green. So you really don't have to put them in this cup. And pick them up. Because you're always going to get a green one out, right? And question number 5 is, was it possible that your baby dragon would ever be hornless from this parent cross? Was it possible? No, it was not possible. Okay, and then question number 6 is, what 2 genotypes would parent 1 need for a chance that a hornless baby dragon could have been born? Congratulations! You now know what your baby dragon looks like based on the beads that you picked out of your cup. So at the bottom of page 3, you'll see your cute little baby dragon right there. On the side, write in the scale color, whatever scale color your baby dragon got, the wing color, and whether or not it had a horn. Then you can go ahead and color in your baby dragon based on the bead picks that you got. All right, that's it for my lesson today, and I hope you had fun. Now, I know that this was just a lesson about imaginary dragons, but these are real genetics concepts that can be applied to other things that are real. So, I hope you had fun.
Okay. All right. So you can hear me, Sarah, right? Yes.
Yes, affirmative.
Okay. All right, well, if anybody has any questions, we have a few minutes, or if you didn't finish your worksheet.
I have nothing in the chat.
No, there's nothing, I didn't check in there.
Ted, do you want to mention, I don't know how old did you want to do your quizzes, your questions?
Oh yeah, how do I do that again? See, we didn't practice this.
The polling questions are only for multiple choice questions. So I just put your questions in the chat, and then if people want to answer those, they can just throw their responses in the chat as well.
Oh, okay. I didn't think about that when I wrote those questions. So Sarah, my new tortoise that was in the video can eat like whole tomatoes from my garden.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Without cutting them up.
Wow.
Yeah. He had like tomato.
Oh, so Frida
cute.
had a blue dragon with white wings and it had a horn. And Jillian had blue scales, white wings with a horn. And so did Aya. Did I say that right, Aya?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't think I see Aya's down here, but
So that's pretty cool. I don't know. Patricia came in a couple minutes late, so she might not have been quick on getting that worksheet.
Yeah, and I go kind of fast too because I had to only had this amount of time to do it. So.
Did you want to mention about our program that's going to start in November on Wednesdays?
Well, I don't know that much about it.
Okay, so it's going to be on Wednesday starting in November, and we're going to be doing it for 5 Wednesdays in a row. It's going to be for 4th, 5th, and 6th graders at Starbase. It's going to be free, and it's going to be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And if anyone is interested, they can go to our Facebook page at Starbase, Starbase Indiana, Indianapolis on Facebook, or they can email me directly, and I will put my email in the chat. Because I'm not sure.
Fun.
Oh, white wings and a horn, but they missed the first part, Patricia said. So she came in late, so she didn't know what color her baby dragon was. Right now, we don't have an after school option for the 1.0 program that we're working on, Frida, but we're looking at the possibility of doing something. But right now, no, it's just going to be that one Wednesday in November, starting with that first.
Have any of you guys been to Starbase before? I was just curious.
No.
No.
I don't believe so.
We also have summer camp too. So we have sessions this summer. We had to do virtual, but maybe next summer we can do in person, and they're a lot of fun and they're free and they're full. Normally 4 days from 10 to 2:30. And they're a whole lot of fun.
And on that, we do also rising 5th through 7th graders on that. Well, I don't see any more questions.
Okay.
And we have like 3.5 minutes before they have to go to their next session. So.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming and watching my video. And I hope you guys have fun and have more fun videos and lectures to see. Well, I don't know, what time does this event end?
I believe 4:30.
Okay, so they still have other ones they can go
Thank
to.
you, Frida. She said it was a great presentation.
Thank you.
And you got thank yous from everybody else, it looks like, just so you know, because I know you can't see the chat.
Thank you, Catherine and Sarah, for presenting for everyone today.
Yeah,
No, our pleasure. I hope that everyone enjoyed it. Catherine worked really, really hard to make that video fun. So, because
It
it's
was definitely fun.
it's a complicated topic, and so to make it fun and easy to understand is always a challenge. And Catherine rocked it, I thought.
Thank you.